What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box, my favorite Ferrari V8 comes to the collection after all these years. It's the Ferrari 488 Pista from Centauria models. Now, was this one worth all that wait? Let's take a closer look at it and find out. So as always, let's get things started by looking at our casting. Proportionally speaking, I'm pretty happy with it. Nothing really to complain about. It definitely gives off the 488 Pista vibes there. Let's kind of compare it to a real-life shot of the car as best I can, at least. And I think it is pretty good and pretty solid. There's not really much to complain about with the overall shape of the car. When we break this one down here, though, let's see. Most of what you're going to see is metal. So if it's painted red, it's going to be mostly metal, except for a few exceptions with the roof right here. That is plastic. And then this rear section right here with the wing, that is going to be plastic as well. The mirrors are going to be plastic, and so is the base, which stretches up into the diffuser section there. But for the most part, we have a fairly sizable chunk of die cast there, and I think it looks good. All of your body lines are going to be replicated quite nicely. All the little intricacies that this car has on it are done quite well, in my opinion. And I think that really kind of makes the car look quite good. And as a whole, I would say the casting is done decently. There's a few things I would have personally changed, but I would say it has been done fairly well. For the paint and deco, we get this kind of classic Ferrari red here going on, and then you got the white with the black stripe in the center. So I think it's pretty common for this stripe to be blue as well, but on this particular release they gave us the black stripe, which I think looks quite good as well. Probably one of the better choices that they could have gone with, in my opinion, maybe the best choice. But you know, as of right now, this is the only release of it, so Centauria still has a one and done kind of deal. Usually they have yet to do any recolors really. So hopefully that trend doesn't continue and they eventually do another deco for this one. For our details, so starting up front, we do get our plastic inserts for headlights, and they do look quite good. They are very nicely detailed. You do get a Ferrari badge right there where you would want it. And then these kind of vents and ducts up front are detailed in pretty nicely. Nothing too crazy, but they do look good. On the bottom here, there's actually quite a healthy amount of detailing on that, which is kind of cool and unique. Coming down to the sides, you do get accurate wheels, which do look quite good with little Ferrari badges in the centers. There is a brake caliper in the back. Sorry, there's a brake disc in the back, but I do not see any calipers, so a little bit disappointing there, but it's all right. We do get the mirrors. They do have the little mirror silver paint there, which helps out the overall look. You get door handles on this, the little button, as well as the handle itself, which looks good. Gas cap is casted in there. Coming into the full section of the rear, we do get plastic inserts for the taillights. A little bit more paint on that one than this one, which is odd. You get a Ferrari logo. This section here looking pretty good. A license plate and two exhaust tips with the reflectors. And then, yeah, kind of that rain light thing going on, working its way into the diffuser. Detailing-wise is a very solid. Interior details, the engine bay, looking okay, but not great. We do get a Ferrari badge right back here as well. And then the interior details are actually pretty good. Now, they are very tough to see inside there, but there is like little seat belts that are worked in there and painted and detailed up, so that is pretty cool there. Overall, the detailing is fairly solid. Now, moving into our roll test here, this is interesting because most Centauria models roll pretty well. This one does not. It does roll, but it does not want to roll very nicely, and it's definitely due to the wheels just being so flush with the body. Maybe that's actually a defect on mine. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure, but what I can say is that mine does not want to roll very well at all, and that is a little bit of a bummer. Putting this one on the scale, it comes out to be 29.63 grams. So it is premium, but the lot of plastic incorporated into it brings that weight down significantly. Pros and cons, getting started with our pros. The biggest pro for me is that this is the first 1/64th scale Ferrari 488 Pista that is officially licensed and not a Novatec kit. So just a brand new, straight up Pista, no Novatec kit, no other brand kits on it, officially licensed and true 1/64 scale. This is the first one. The only other thing close was the Barago, which has like 1/60th scale, maybe 1/57th scale, somewhere around there. Too big. Part of their old race and play lineup. The other big pro is going to be the detailing on this one. Definitely not their best work with the details, but it is still very good and looks quite good, especially from a little bit more of a distance. When it comes to the cons, though, there is one, and it's kind of been a running theme for these Centauria models, and that is quality control. So, I have seen one on Instagram that this rear wing section is lifted up quite a lot, and it's very noticeable. Mine's actually pretty good. Mine has a lot of paint slop, so you can barely see it, but there's a darker section here from the paint that's on this that's been kind of oversprayed here. The roof section is a little bit darker than that here. Again, this pillar is easier to tell. This is stuff that is not going to show up very well on camera, but it is noticeable in person. You can definitely see it on the rear splitter here. There's like extra paint from this paint that's just kind of slopping over to this section. So, while my example is, for the most part, pretty good, it is definitely something to keep an eye out for on this release. For some quick size comparisons, here we have it with some budget-friendly Ferraris that you might own, with the Ferrari 296 from Barago over there on the left, and the Ferrari 458 Italia from Hot Wheels Mainline over here on the right. For some premium Ferrari comparison, here we have with the Ferrari 458 Speciale over there on the left. That is from Mini Dream. And then over here on the right, we have the Ferrari 488 GTB from Kyosho. So with all that out of the way, let's find the overall analysis. Does this one live up to its hype? Yes, pretty well, I would say. Like I said, this is kind of the first Pista that's been out that's true 1/64th and officially licensed and not a stupid Novatec kit. So it had a good amount of hype for it, and I think it does a good enough job. Value for your money, again, this one about $16, got it for $4 shipped, so it cost me $20. If you were to find it in a brick and mortar store, I would say it's going to run you about $15, and it is absolutely worth that $15, even with the few small issues. Feedback has been decent. I've seen, like I said, a lot of people who are quality control-wise bit a little worse than I was, but I have seen people that had basically flawless ones as well. So feedback has been decent, not great, but not terrible either. So, this was a highly anticipated model, especially for me because this is my favorite V8 Ferrari, and it finally has arrived, and it's pretty good, honestly. It's solid. It is still the only 1/64th scale, only true 1/64th scale, 488 Pista that is officially licensed out there. So, if that kind of stuff is really, really bothersome to you, if it's not officially licensed, this is really your only go-to for now, at least. Now, there are some things that should be said here. There are at least two that I know of unlicensed 488 Pistas on their way that are not Novatec kits. They are just straight up 488 Pistas. They're being sold as unlicensed brands though. So, you know, if that doesn't bother you, those might be something to keep your eye out for. That being said, though, I'm still going to recommend this one, at least for your red coloration. If you want to get more decos and you do not want to wait and see if Centauria releases more, then maybe you can start looking at those other options. And with that, guys, that will wrap up this review. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to leave a comment telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model. And I will see you guys in the next video.